Hi there, and let's talk about Venus in Scorpio. So, Venus has moved into Scorpio now and will be there until the 29th of December. And what does that mean for our planet of love, our planet of finances, and where we find a lot of our self worth? Okay. So, when Venus was in Leo this year, we really looked at how we showed up in relationships, what it was that we wanted to put out, what part of ourselves we wanted to be present in relationships. And Venus went retrograde while in Leo, which really kind of showed us what we did not want in relationships. And then we saw Venus moving into Virgo, which made us a little bit picky, a little bit more looking in depth at the give and take of service in relationships. And then we moved into Venus in Libra, which was about looking for balance and trying to regain balance and really kind of enjoying the beauty and the love space of our relationship dynamics. And now Venus moves into Scorpio, which is that go deep or go home, transformation required, rebirth energy in our relationship house. So while we have Venus in Scorpio, which from today, the 5th of December, until the 29th of December, this is going to be a spicy and intense ride. We are going to be craving meaningful and very intense experiences, and depth and intimacy are going to become a lot more important, which is going to really urge us to throw out this idea of light-hearted, surface level relationships and flings, and have us really looking for deep bonding connections and long lasting committed relationship dynamics. Because Venus in Scorpio is about commitment, it's about deep bonds, it's about taboos being accepted in love, and it is about the way that we choose to commit and how that can help us evolve. And we're going to be more ready to share those secrets and fears and dark desires that we have with these people that we share these deep bonds with. Now, even though Venus is considered in its detriment when it is in Scorpio, it can be a nice time if we are open to going deep. So Scorpio and Venus are not really at ease when they're inside of each other like they are. And we can see some negative traits. We can become more fixated and more obsessive, but we can also become more determined to achieve our objectives. We just need to be aware of this obsessive kind of love that we might have and be aware that it might make us a little bit possessive and a little bit clingy if we do feel insecure. So it is very crucial to be talking about our insecurities while Venus is in Scorpio. And it is also very crucial that not only do we have time to ourselves, but we allow our partners their autonomy as well. Now, Venus in Scorpio is very spicy, okay? Venus is the planet of not only death, rebirth, and transformation, but it is also it's sex, birth, rebirth, and transformation. So this is a tie you down, tie you up kind of energy, all right? Nothing is off limits as long as it's consensual. And we will feel more inclined to not hold back when we are expressing our wants and needs in the spicy department. And there will be an underlying comfort between everyone that any kind of taboo, spicy ideals that have been bubbling up under the surface will be kind of understood, and we will want to be able to fulfill those for ourselves but also for our partners. So this is the time to be looking into any kind of ideas that you've been a little bit too shy to bring up, all right? Now, this placement, it is going to shine a light on shadows in the relationship. So these could be things that you haven't talked about outside of the taboo spice department, things that you haven't talked about because you're trying to keep the peace. And they're going to start becoming quite impossible to ignore as we start leaning into this energy and really wanting to go deep and find the truth. And it's going to help us really figure out whether it's worth the work, whether we can work at it, or whether it's time to let something go. So just to be aware of this letting go energy, because with Venus in Scorpio, it's not really known for forgiveness. So if someone wrongs you or you wrong somebody, it really is the energy that supports us to walk away and not look back. It's transformation, it is rebirth. We will want to be rising like the phoenix if someone comes up against us, okay? So this is really going to give relationships a reality check, whether or not you want them. And this is in a good and a bad way. So this could mean the brutal ending for a lot of relationships, giving into that reality check, but it could also mean the beginning of a new journey in relationships as you come to the reality that perhaps that person and you have a deeper bond than you thought you did, okay? It's that energy of flings becoming relationships and so on and so forth. Just be aware if you are moving that relationship into a more shared dynamic, that Venus in Scorpio can also bring up power struggles and can bring up money concerns out into the open. And it's about how shared resources are used, how shared money is spent. It's financial investments, decisions about loans, insurance, and sort of other areas of life having to do with long-term money and money security in the future, okay? Now, look, all of this intensity, it can lead to a strong bond emotionally, physically, mentally, and spiritually, okay? Scorpio energy is about that deep spiritual energy as well. And so it can end up being a very transformative as well as a very spicy time that can end up bringing you and your partner much closer together because we are more open to these discussions, all right? Now, there is a few key dates inside of this Venus transit that we need to look out for. Of course, in December 5, today we are moving into Scorpio. Now, tomorrow Venus does meet up with Saturn in Pisces. That's going to allow us to really make some informed decisions on these long-term money matters and also on what we are looking for long-term love. Then on the 10th, we have Venus opposing Jupiter in Taurus. Now, this is a big movement for Venus while it is in Scorpio, and it's going to help us have the desire to express our deeper sentiments, our deeper feelings in the effort to really strive for fulfilling relationship dynamics in that long-term Scorpio mindset, okay? Then we have December 11, where the moon in Scorpio is going to conjunct Venus in Scorpio. This is going to intensify that Scorpio energy. So there'll be a lot of passion around, a lot of fiery, deep conversations, as well as really wanting to find deep bonds. This could be the day that those relationships that are not deep enough for you really show themselves and you realize that you are not getting anything out of it, okay? Then we see December 12. Now, this is Mercury in Capricorn, which is in retrograde at this stage, making an aspect with Venus that's going to help us with some practicality and logic. So on the 11th there, we will kind of find out, that intensifying Scorpio energy. And then on the 12th, this will be some understanding, some logical understanding, perhaps some with Mercury involved, some really disciplined communication around how we see the relationship and some clarity within it. It could be some very eye-opening conversations, some very deep conversations could come up with this aspect on the 12th. Okay, they're moving closer to Christmas because, of course, every year at Christmas we get these major aspects, these change aspects, because Capricorn season is the end of things, okay? So December 22, we see Uranus in Taurus meeting up with this Venus. Now, this is going to heighten our need to be free and to write our own relationship stories. This is that Uranus in Taurus really showing us and really supporting us that we do not have to conform to other people's ideas of love and relationship dynamics. It's that idea of having a revolutionary idea. It is the lightning transformation of your thought patterns in relation to how you see and build relationships. It is about making your own way and building your own idea of love dynamics. So this could be a lot of breakups or breakthroughs when it comes to our love relationships around December 22nd. So it is getting quite fired up around Christmas time, all right? Now, December 26th, Boxing Day, we are looking at Venus and Neptune connecting. Now, this is a transformation story about love, and it's wanting to transform it into a masterpiece. Okay, Neptune in Pisces is that fantasy energy, and so this could be when we start seeing some secrets, some deceitful intentions about money, or some dishonesty going on behind the scenes that could show up. And it's that idea of, that fairy tale moment really facing reality, and allowing that kind of those opinions and thoughts of others to kind of come in and ruin that fairy tale. So, I mean, that really aligns with a lot of people's issues with Christmas, where you are going to see family members that you may not have seen in a long time. And of course, they want to have opinions on your life. So, just be aware Boxing Day does have that energy of someone kind of stomping on your fairy tale. And then on December 28th, we see Venus meeting up with Pluto in Capricorn. Now, this is when we will be making that decision about whether or not we are allowing these third party, these external comments into the relationship dynamic, which could invite a lot of power struggles, a lot of stress around how we are moving forward. So, really try and keep your communication open inside your relationship dynamics in December. With Venus in Scorpio, we do not want to be keeping secrets because everyone is already a little bit secretive in relationships while Venus is in Scorpio. So, we want to be very open, very honest about our deep feelings, and really be leaning into our natural intentions, our natural needs, and what we really do desire in relationships, which by this stage in Venus's transit being through Leo, Virgo, and Libra, we should be very sure of the balance that we need. We should be very sure of how much give and take in service and care we need, and we should be very sure of how we want to show up, as well as how we definitely do not want others to show up. So, enjoy this Venus in Scorpio, stay honest, enjoy the spicy times, and don't be scared of those taboo, hard conversations, all right? We are supported to be having them. Now, with Venus in Scorpio being about our deep commitments and really kind of bringing up cravings for that, to give you a little bit more of pieces of the puzzle of your relationship dynamic, I am putting up a special on my website for partner and couple birth chart analysis readings. So this can be someone you are interested in maybe committing to, someone who you've already committed to, and you're interested in seeing how you complement or how you might struggle or how your value systems may or may not align. So jump onto my website and check out that special. It is running until the 29th of December when Venus will move out of Scorpio. And yeah, you can get either just the hard copy emailed to you, or we can have a video consultation where I can run through everything for you. I will be offering 3 to 5 live birth chart couple analysis, short ones, on a TikTok live event that I will be having later this month. So make sure you are following me on TikTok so you don't miss out on that. I will be also announcing it here on YouTube, so subscribe here as well for your chance to be in the running to have you and your partner's birth chart analyzed, and looking at where you might be perfect together or where you are going to struggle. Make sure you check out my Astro Weather as well. It will keep you up to date on a weekly basis as to what Venus is up to and how you can be using that energy to best support your relationships. That's all I've got for you on Venus in Scorpio. Enjoy this transit. It is a very intense one that we can lean into for some fun if we use it correctly. And until next time, stay weird.